How's it going? This is going to be a general reading for both Sagittarius. Happy birthday, Sagittarius, all the sun sign Sages. And also going to be a reading for, oops, it should be Scorpio. Hold on. Let's just say Scorpio. Grab the wrong one. Scorpio. Yes, let's do that again. So, Sagittarius and Scorpio general December readings. All right. So everybody is welcome, regardless of where you may have Sagittarius and Capricorn in your birth chart. These are general readings, so they're going to be able to cover anything like love, work, friends, family, health, etc. All that stuff. All right. So we're going to start with a couple of general astrology notes, and then we'll go ahead and get into the Sagittarius reading. I've already pulled your cards ahead of time, Sagittarius. And then we'll do a shuffle and then pull the Scorpio cards after that. I will be putting up timestamps for both, for some people who just want Sagittarius or for some people who just want Scorpio. All right, so let's go ahead and get into the astrology notes for everyone for general for December. All right, so good, and I'm glad to be here. Again, my name is Malessea, or Melissa. Both work, okay? And this is my channel, Malessea's Magic Light. So we're going to talk about the astrology notes here real quickly. All right, so we're starting off with December 1st. We have Mercury enters into Capricorn, okay? So when Mercury enters into Capricorn, of course, just turning that down for background noise, Mercury deals with communications, electronics, right? How we communicate, okay? So when it enters into Earth sign Capricorn at the beginning of December, we could have more grounded communication, okay? Mercury and Capricorn both have a lot of Earth energy to them, okay? So we're going to have more, how do you say, more direct kind of communications, more boss kind of communications, if that makes sense, okay? But it's also just a really nice time to get more grounded with the way that we communicate with ourselves and with others, okay, at the beginning of December here. And then moving forward on December 4th, we have Venus enters into Scorpio, okay? So Venus rules love and finances, higher forms of wealth and money. All right, so when it enters into water sign Scorpio, there can feel more of this like deeper kind of love within our relationships, all types of relationships, romantic, platonic, etc., with ourselves, right? And also there can be more of a deeper understanding as well, or emphasis on our financial landscapes during that time, okay? And then we have on the following day, on December 5th, we have a last quarter moon. So of course, when we talk about the planets and the asteroids, we're also going to talk about what the moon is doing, okay? And then we have on December 6th, Neptune, which has been in retrograde for a while, is going to be finally going direct on December 6th. So it's going to stop appearing that it's, you know, going backwards, and it's going to slowly gain momentum and speed and go forwards, okay? So with Neptune going direct, we can have more creativity, more kind of underworld Pisces kind of energy. We can have, you know, more of a tendency to, for some people, not everybody, get more lost in escapism or illusions or drugs or alcohol, that kind of thing. But, you know, generally I would say, you know, focus more on the creative aspect of Neptune when it goes direct, all right? And then on December 12th, we have a new moon in Sagittarius, okay? So we'll still be in Sagittarius season by the time we get to December 12th. So new moon is a great time to do manifestations or setting goals, right? It's when the moon is smallest, and then it's going to eventually build to the full moon. So it's really good time for some people to plant some seeds and make those manifestations, those vision boards, charts, etc. All right. Now, the really one of the key dates here that some people might be very excited about is on December 13th. Mercury is going to now, go retrograde. So some people will be excited about it in a nervous kind of way, and some people will just kind of lean into it, right? So when the planet Mercury, again, rules communications, electronics, right, is going to stop going forward, and then it's going to appear, and it feels the way that the vibrations receive to Earth, that it's going backwards, okay? So when we have that going on, it can cause some miscommunications, or misunderstandings, delays in the way that we communicate about certain things. But it really also is a time to kind of go back and see when was the last time we had Mercury in retrograde. We usually have 3 or 4 throughout the year, and see if there was anything that is coming up again that may be similar, or if there was something that needed to be healed from that time. It could be coming up again during this Mercury retrograde season. So again, sometimes people consider Mercury kind of this trickster planet, and he does have some of those aspects, but it's always about your perception and your mindset and what you bring to it, okay? So I always am trying to come from the standpoint that that we are not scared about Mercury retrograde. We try to understand it and kind of lean into it, right? Because there's nothing else that you can do, because it's going to happen whether you like it or not, okay? Now moving forward, on December 19th, we have a first quarter moon. I also wanted to say about the Mercury retrograde, it is going to be, going into January a little bit, right? So it's our last Mercury retrograde of the year, and then it's going to be going even into the new year, right? So what does that mean as far as the new year, new energies, again, going back over something. So a lot of times I like to say, again, that the retrogrades can be a revise, revisit, release kind of energy. All right, now moving forward on December 20th, we have Vesta is going to be, it's still in retrograde, okay? It's asteroid Vesta, but it's going to be entering into air sign Gemini, okay? And Vespa is, it rules plans and aspirations, goals, right? So when it moves into air sign Gemini, it can be about possibly some domestic issues, okay? But it doesn't have to be issues around the home or the house, right? The apartment, etc. But it really adds, when Vesta is in retrograde with the air sign Gemini, it adds a nice kind of witty story-like quality, storytelling quality. So we think of Gemini, right? They're very talkative as a general statement, but they are very intelligent, right? So it's going to bring this kind of storytelling quality. So what are we telling ourselves and others about our home and what our home means to us? What does home mean to us, okay? Now, real quickly, before we finish the astrology notes, I just wanted to check and make sure that my volume is okay. I should have done that in the beginning. Hopefully we're good. Yes, okay. So we're good on the volume, thank goodness. Thank everybody, the gods and the goddesses and all the spirits and all of that. Okay. So now moving back to the astrology notes here. We left from talking about Vesta and retrograde entering Gemini. And then on December 21st, we're going to be officially entering into Capricorn season, okay? And we also have the winter solstice coming up as well, okay? So the winter solstice is a nice time each year, when basically we're talking about the shortest day of the year, so less light, okay? So going inward within. A lot of people believe that Christmas and some of the other holidays have been centered around, historically, the winter solstice time period, right? So a lot of farmers, when we were really connected to the land, were more into about what the light was doing and what it wasn't doing, okay? So, happy holidays, happy winter solstice, again, around December 21st and onward, right? Or even before, okay? And then we have here on December 23rd, okay, Mercury is still in retrograde, right? But now it's going to be entering into Sagittarius. So there could be more of this light-hearted energy, Sagittarius energy around our communications when Mercury is still in retrograde, okay? It can also have something to do with Sagittarius themes like religion, education, politics, just to name a few. Okay. Now moving forward, on December 21st, we have a full moon in Cancer. Okay. So that will be particularly, interesting as well for the sun sign Cancers, or people who have a lot of Cancer in their chart. Okay. Anytime we have a full moon in our sign, at least once a year, it can be a really nice reflection point to look back, right? So for the Cancers, they can look back over the last 6 months and kind of see where they are and what's going on here. All right, now on the same day as well, we have on December 21st, Chiron, which has been in retrograde for a while, is now going to be going direct. So Chiron is the wounded healer, right? So when he is going direct, again, he's going to stop motion and then slowly pick up speed moving forward. Chiron is all about healing. So it can talk about restoring wellness, right? Deeper wisdom, compassion, right? Again, really healing vibes coming through here. My cats are going crazy in the background. I don't know if you can hear them, but they're playing with each other. So good for them. All right. They're like, yes, all about Chiron direct. Okay. So then we have on December 29th, okay, Venus is going to be entering into Sagittarius, okay? So again, Venus rules love, beauty, money, higher forms of assets as far as finances and money. But it can be, when it's entering into fire sign Sagittarius, have more romantic adventures, okay, as far as love or money, right? But could also have more of the Sagittarius blunt, kind of straightforward, tell it like it is energy as well. All right, and then on December 30th, we have Jupiter also going direct, okay? So this is really nice energy when Jupiter goes direct, okay? So Jupiter is the ruler of Sagittarius, but at this point we will already be in Capricorn season, okay? But Jupiter is the planet of expansion. So just like all the other planets that we mentioned that are going to be going direct, it's going to stop where it is currently in its backwards kind of motion, and it's going to slowly start picking up speed going forwards, okay? So this can also talk about having a little bit of what's the way to describe it, having more of an optimistic nature, feeling more faithful, okay, or feeling faith is on your side, right? Again, the planet of expansion is Jupiter, right? So it's going to expand everything that we kind of focus on. So again, making sure that we focus on more on the kind of positive stuff that we can be thankful for, grateful for, right? Not that we deny the other things that aren't great, because that's our shadow side, and we have to embrace our shadow side just as much as the lighter side, all right? But again, it can be that luck is feeling more on your side, right, when Jupiter starts to go direct. Again, depending on where you have Jupiter in your birth chart directly. But this is a really kind of nice energy towards the end of the year before we get into the new year, okay? And then I wanted to share here real quickly, the first day of January, even though this is technically the December astrology notes, because January 1st, Mercury is then going to go to direct, okay? So remember how I said when Mercury was going to retrograde, and December 13th is then going to go to direct station on January 1st, okay, the first day of the new year 2024. All right, so again, when Mercury is going to go to direct, right, we can have that energy of the revise, revisit, release, healing, something around our communications, or the way we communicate is now going to feel a lot easier, okay? And things might culminate around that time, okay, around the new year. All right, so yeah, that's pretty much what I have here for you guys as far as the astrology notes, and I will put a timestamp in the description box below after this live is done for some people who just want the astrology notes or just want Sagittarius. And I think I was right, actually. I thought we were doing Scorpio, but it is Sagittarius and Capricorn. So I'm gonna have to change the title later. I don't know why I second guessed myself for a second there, but I was like, wait, it's early in the morning for me, guys. I don't normally do videos this early, but with Thanksgiving and the family and all that, I had to kind of fit it in. So it's not Scorpio, it is Capricorn. You know, I don't have caffeine right now, so forgive me, guys. All right, so I will, I don't know if I can change that while I'm live. Try, but I think it might. Let's see, hold on, guys. Be able to change it while it's live. Let's see. Capricorn. Oh, okay. It did work. If you're watching the live video on YouTube or even Facebook, right, it might not update until you refresh the video or you watch it later, look at it later, something like this. Okay, but yes, it is Capricorn. I don't know why I was like, wait, it's Scorpio. That would be the normal order, right? So yes, my bad. It happens. Okay. All right, but let's go ahead and do a quick sound bell here. I'm just going to turn up the ambient music a little bit for the dogs so they try to behave themselves, you know, all that good stuff. All right, so let's do our sound bell here and then go ahead and get into the Sagittarius reading for December. All right, so this is a nice point to kind of check in with your body, take a couple of deep breaths if you feel guided, or just kind of, you know, chill out for a second, okay? So it's a good time for me to also check in with my spirit guides, guardian angels, ancestors, to make sure that I am delivering the messages to you guys as clearly as possible. All right, and just to check in and feel all the vibes. All right, so this is going to be for Sagittarius. Yes, I am a sun sign Sag too. Again, happy birthday, all the sun sign Sages out there, whether you've already had your birthday or if it's coming up. All right. Excuse me. So after I get a sip of water, let's see what we have for you here for December. All right. Sagittarius, I pulled your cards ahead of time. And I took your picture also, which I will be uploading after the live is done, in case you want to see all of the cards together, more up close in detail, or just look at it later. So all you have to do is go to my Facebook page and look up Malessea's Magic Light, or later when I update the description box below on YouTube, there'll be instructions there on how to see the photo if you want. All right, so let's go ahead and call out your cards here, Sagittarius. All right, so you've got the Ace of Staves, also known as Ace of Wands, in the right side up position. You have the Nine of Cups in the right side up position. You have the Star in the reverse position, and you have the Moon in the right side up position. Now we'll talk about the other cards in a little bit later, okay? We just want to focus on the first main four here. That's kind of how I like to do it. And each one of these four cards at the top can correspond to a week's time frame or so. Okay, so they're kind of just like a general guideline. All right, so I'll say the dates real quickly right now, and then I'll say them again when we're on each card and we go more into detail. So we're going to say that the first card can be around December 1st through the 8th. The second card, second week, can be from around December 2nd through the 18th. The third card and third week can be from around December 19th through the 25th. And the fourth card, fourth week, towards the end of December, can be December 26th through the 31st or so, maybe even into first couple of days of January. All right, so again, this is a general reading meant for multiple people, so these are kind of general guidelines as well. All right, so Sagittarius, let's see. You got an interesting read here so far. You have, let me make sure, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so you have 4 major arcanas. All right, you've got 2 in the past and then 2 in the future, current, present energies. The more major arcana cards that you have in the tarot can talk about a significant amount of change coming up or already taken place. Okay, so you don't have a lot, but you've got a nice, amount. Okay, again, 2 in the future, current, present energies, and then 2 in the past energies. You also have your official card showing up here in the past, the Temperance card. So when we show up in our own reading, that's always a good omen. That's the way I like to see it. Okay, but let's talk about maybe some of the other zodiac signs that are showing up here for you as well, for some people who may be, wanting to know that. Okay, so officially we have the Star card. That's official card for Aquarius. Okay, we also have the Moon card, official card for Pisces. We got a little bit of Pisces again with the Hanged Man, and then we have again Temperance, your card, Sagittarius. So for some of you guys, you could be dealing with an Aquarius, a Pisces, or a Sagittarius, but you don't have to be. You could have a lot of those placements heavily in your birth chart, or someone else could, or could even be referencing, Aquarius season, Pisces season, Sagittarius season of this year, of last year, or even next year. All right. So for the people who've seen me before, they kind of know the drill, but in case there's new people too, just always want to kind of explain and break it down there. All right, now let's go ahead and see here, Sagittarius, what we have as far as your minor arcana goes. What is the most dominant one? Okay, so let's see. You've got 2 pentacles, 2 cups, 1 wand. Okay, and then the rest are majors. So it looks like it's a tie here, Sagittarius, between the cups and the pentacles. So the cups in the tarot talk about our emotions, and the pentacles can talk about our values, being valued or not being valued, and finances. Okay, so there could be an underlying theme here throughout your reading that goes over some type of emotions and finances, or our values. Okay, so just kind of put that in the background of your mind. All right, but now we are going to go kind of one by one, week by week here, and see what we have for you, Sagittarius. All right, so we're starting off with your first card here, the Ace of Staves in the right side up position. This could also be energy from the recent past that we're picking up as well, since it's your first card. Okay, but I love to see this for during Sagittarius season, of course, which starts in November 22nd, and this is the December readings, right? But it is all about new beginnings, endings, and new beginnings. So it's a nice card to see regardless of it being Sagittarius season, but a nice energy to see at the beginning of a new month, right? So this would be, we said, around December 1st through the 8th. Okay, so this is fire energy. We see it in the card with the fire down here, right? So Aries, Leo, Sagittarius showing up here as well. But this is about birthing something new. Okay, again, the endings and new beginnings energy. We see the Ankh here, the Egyptian Ankh, which could be also seen as a stave or a wand, as it's called, right? As a kind of phallic kind of imagery. So it can be talking about being fertile in the physical body, if that's something that someone wants to do, right? But it's also more of the metaphor, since we are talking about spiritual stuff, and we're talking about tarot. So it's the metaphor for birthing something new, planting those seeds. Okay, and again, it could have something to do with health, since wands or staves also talk about our health. So it could be good health at this time, or if health wasn't an issue before in certain ways, then it can also just be there's more passion and creativity that gets us, fired up in our body. Okay, let me just turn that down. Sorry about that. All right, so again, Sagittarius, really nice energy to start off the beginning of your December reading here. Now, if I was to pause your reading right here, Sagittarius, and there was something that you wanted to accomplish during the month of December, I like to do this for all the signs, I would say that the first 2 weeks of December are the better or more, fulfilling times to do that. Okay, your third and your fourth week, there's a little bit of stagnant energy and some slowdown, and maybe a little bit of confusion or more creative energy, more going within. So as far as taking some type of action that we can control, like travel, if it's within our control, or something again that we want to manifest in particular, I would say, Sagittarius, I would do it in the first and the second week of December here. Okay. All right, now moving forward. So we go from the Ace of Staves in the right side up position to now the Nine of Cups in the right side up position. Really nice, beautiful energy. So we go from fire to water here, right, Sagittarius? And again, we said this could be from around December 10th through the 18th. but this is known as the wish fulfillment card, right? So for some of you guys, if there's something that you've been wishing for, right, when this kind of energy shows up, it could be happening for you, not for everybody, right, since it is a general reading. But this is regardless of that, okay? Really nice energy. We see here this kind of medieval like scene. There's a party, people are playing music and dancing, and it's, you know, some kind of round table situation in medieval times, right? But all 9 cups are in the right side up position. So again, when we're talking about cups, water, we drink water out of cups. Our bodies are 70-90% water. I don't know the exact figure, right? So cups, water are our emotions. So there's something here emotionally fulfilling or satisfying, Sagittarius, when this energy comes in the second week of December, okay? So it can be an actual party or celebration, right? So again, we're talking about throughout the month of December, lots of holidays and different traditions coming through. But it really, even if you don't celebrate anything, right, it really has this something making you happy, fulfilling, and satisfying for you emotionally here, Sagittarius. So I love to see it. Okay, so very nice. All right, let's keep going though and see what else we have here for you, Sagittarius. So I kind of briefly mentioned that by the time we get to your 3rd week, there is a little bit of this kind of energetic blockage or slowdown or stagnant energy, whatever you want to call it. But for you in particular, Sagittarius, and not everybody, it could be a little bit of this second guessing type of energy. Because it's the star in the reverse position. So we were on this really good roll, right? We started off here for you, Sagittarius, with the Ace of Staves and then the 9 of Cups, and then something happens that could trigger you or trigger someone else, multiple people, the general environment situation, to be like, well, why is the star, you know, in that reverse position? So the star is also known as the artist card, right? Aquarius energy. Celebrities, some people associate with this card, but it is about, if it was right side up, looking to the future, to be excited about something, planning something, creative energy, balancing. There's a lot of alchemy in this card. She's got 1 foot in the water, 1 foot on land, and she's kind of taking the water and understanding the emotions and moving that water back and forth. Because it shows up here for you, Sagittarius, in the reverse position, it can be an energetic slow down, stagnant energy, gentle reminder or challenge, as I like to call it, where perhaps you are not feeling excited about the future or planning something for the future, or someone else is not feeling that way, or it's the general environment situation. When we just looked at the astrology notes in the 3rd week, we have transitioning into Capricorn season. We've got the winter solstice. We've got Mercury retrograde enters into Sagittarius. Okay, that's probably it. So that can be an additional to what it generally means as well as what I said about the card. So on December 23rd, we have Mercury retrograde enters into fire sign Sagittarius. So if you are a sun sign Sagittarius or rising or moon, or you got a lot of Sagittarius in your chart, it could be that it's kind of like, how do you say it? Not the reverse or opposite effect, but it's almost like, with Mercury, the planet of communication, being in your sign, normally there would be more Sagittarius themes, lighthearted energy, religion, politics, travel, education, right? All of these themes kind of coming in and helping you or helping others communicate about those themes in particular more clearly. But for some of you guys, it could be the opposite effect where, and opposite is not the right word, I'm still trying to figure out how to say it, but it's like, maybe it makes you second guess yourself, or it makes someone second guess themselves, or again, it's just like, excuse me, hold on. Yeah, throat chakra, okay. Speaking about having a hard time communicating, right, during your season or during your Mercury and Sagittarius energy, it could just be like you really want to get something out, or communicate plans for the future, but for whatever reason, it could be just not exactly the right time. So maybe it just needs a little bit more of an incubation period. But let's see exactly, because I don't want to just kind of guess, right? Let's see what's underneath these. This card, the star card, we also have energy from the past from our other deck here, okay? So I like to call these the sponsor cards, or the cards that made it possible for this one to come out. So this could be energy from the past, could be a couple of days ago, weeks, months, years, etc. But what we have is the Hanged Man in the right side up position, Pisces energy, and the Princess of Pentacles also in the right side up position, Earth energy, okay? So when we see this here, Sagittarius, it could be that in the past, there was a need to slow down and look at something from a new perspective, to make an exercise and stop and do something and kind of, you know, say, okay, if I'm feeling this stagnant energy, I'm feeling like everything is upside down, how can I look at it from a new perspective? So somebody or some energy started to do that here in the past. And then it led to this beautiful energy of the Princess of Pentacles, right? Also known as the Page of Pentacles. So it could be a small step forward, as far as some type of communication in the past. It could have been a communication or opportunity that came through. And now it's a small one because it's a princess or a page. It's not a king or a queen. All right, but it is a nice starting place. Now, because it's a pentacle, it could be it was a small start financially with something, or a financial opportunity, or it could have been some type of opportunity or communication around our values, okay? So starting something small, right? We started from the bottom, now we're here, we're slowly going up. So when I see this energy again from the past here, Sagittarius, it's almost like somebody could be worried that they're going to have to do this again. They don't want to go backwards, or they don't want to start small, let's say. They don't want to feel the hangman energy, looking at something from a new perspective. But perhaps the plans that we set, or someone set, or the energy in general set in the recent past is not exactly what needs to take place, or what's going to take place. So when we see the star Aquarius energy in the reverse position in the third week, which we said could be from around December 19th through the 25th or so, it's like, let's redefine what we're going to be excited about. Let's redefine what our plans for the future are going to be. Okay, it could also be a creative block for some, just a little bit of energy here, but nothing lasts forever, right? And it's not to be worried or in fear, okay? Never, that's not my intention, okay? But let's keep going and see what else we have here for you, Sagittarius, coming up. Just gonna move stuff out of the way here. All right, so now we're going more towards the end of December, and we have the moon card, Pisces energy. So just to show you again, we go, excuse me, from the star in the reverse position to now the moon in the right side up position. So again, you know, it looks like here, Sagittarius, there could be something where we don't have all the information just yet, okay? I like to compare the moon energy to, if you've seen before, you kind of know, because I need to get a new example, but this is the one that just works for now. If you're sleeping over someone's house, right? And we're just talking about metaphors and energy. And you need to get up to go to the bathroom, or get up to get water, and you don't know where everything is because it's not your house, and all the lights are turned off. That is the moon energy, okay? So we don't have all the information, we don't have all the light yet. We see this Native American woman here on the side that's trying to find the wisdom around what's going on here. Because it's Pisces energy and we see the water under the moon, right? It could be that our emotions are not tricking us per se, but they're overshadowing, let's say, the more information or more light that is going to eventually come in. But let's see what's underneath it as well to get even more insight. So these cards underneath are going to be, excuse me, turn this down. energy from the past. They're the sponsor cards that made it possible for the moon card to show up here in the right side up position in the future, current, present energies, and this is past energy. Okay. So we've got the King of Cups in the right side up position and water energy, and then we have official card for Sagittarius over here, the Temperance card. So it looks like here in the past, Sagittarius, somebody or some energy, if it's not a person, could have been really clear about what they wanted emotionally with the King of Cups. He's got his cup in the right side up position, right? And you know, feeling really stable and strong emotionally, okay? Having maybe a lot of emotional responsibilities for others as well, because he is a king and he takes care of his kingdom, right? But again, really emotionally supported at the same time. And when you pair that with the Sagittarius Temperance card energy, that's all about patience, right? And so I kind of feel here intuitively as well, Sagittarius, because we just talked about the star in the reverse position, right? That it's like a little bit of impatient energy, you know, wanting to just go ahead and gung-ho, right? Your first 2 weeks, you had your green light energy when we're talking about cars and metaphors and driving, right? And then more in the third and the fourth week, you had that red light and now the orange light with the moon card in the right side up position. So kind of waiting again for the lights to eventually turn green so we can go and have more action. So I feel like this is a slowdown of energy for, you know, a particular reason. It's going to be different for everybody since it's a general reading, all the details and finer things. But I really feel that it is just making sense of all this water. Like, I want to show it to you this way too, because that's how I see it on my board. So the moon card is above it, right? And then we have water, water. There's water in all these cards. You don't see it in the King of Cups, but it's a cup card, and let's say he's drinking water, okay? Water sign energy. So all of this water, so kind of understanding the emotions. Now, when we said in the beginning of the reading too that you had a tie as far as your minor arcana, you had 2 cups cards and you had 2 pentacles cards. So remember I said it had something to do, your reading here, with the emotions and with finances and values, okay? So that's still true, all right? So kind of figuring out these emotions here and finding the wisdom around that, and also appreciating the more creative energy when we have that slow down kind of period. All right, now I also want to talk about ooh, my ears are, my left ear is totally ringing. I feel like my guys are trying to tell me something. Spiritual download coming through heavy. Okay. So we'll just try to figure out what they're saying to me. Okay. But we have now your tarot confirmation card, the one that's sitting on top of, if you look at the photo later, if you download it, whatever, or when I show it to you right now, even, right, we have the 10 of Pentacles in the reverse position. So when we talk about the tarot confirmation card, it comes in and confirms all 4 cards at the top, all 4 weeks of December that we just talked about. But it is a combination of past and future energy, okay? And so it's interesting because you had the 9 of Cups in your second week, right? Let's just go back for a second. And then you have the 10 of Cups. Sorry, I'm trying to make sure I'm turning it towards the camera. You've got the 10 of Cups in the reverse position towards the end of your reading. So it's almost like, again, this re-evaluating the future, our plans for the future, the things we're excited about, to let in more light, more information around some type of ending, new beginning. Because normally you would go 9 of Cups and then 10 of Cups if it was right side up, but it's reversed, okay? So it's almost like you're so close to something here, Sagittarius, and it could be a financial new beginning. It could be also being more valued, valuing others, right? 10 of Pentacles, they call it the Lord of Wealth in this deck if it was right side up, okay? So it's like, just wait a little bit, right? Just wait a little bit, Sagittarius. And I say this with love because I am a sun sign Sagittarius. I got a lot of Sagittarius throughout my chart. And Sagittarius is a fire sign. We're known, fire signs typically, as a generalization, are known for having having a harder time being patient, right? Because we just want to go. We're fiery, okay? So when we see again this Temperance card, your energy here, Sagittarius, in the past, and it was underneath the Moon card, it's like, just be a little more patient, okay? Just sift through the emotions, just be patient, bide your time, okay? Because if you rush, then the 10 of Pentacles is going to stay reversed, and we won't get that financial new beginning, or we won't get that new beginning around our values. Okay, so just take it slow. Also, I would say here, Sagittarius, with all of this happening towards the end of December, right, and we're going to be transitioning then into January, into the new year, it's like not everything has to be done at the beginning of the new year, okay, in January or February even, right? It's like there's a lot of pressure from society and everyone, like, what are your New Year's resolutions? What is the new year going to hold for you? Yes, that's great and it's motivating. We should do that throughout the whole year, right? Every month. But don't rush ahead. Just kind of lean into this, okay? And then that kind of leads me to your Oracle card here, Sagittarius, for this time period. I got a new Oracle deck that I really like, guys. I'm just going to show you for a second. I don't get money for showing this. I'm just showing it to you because it's cool. Okay, it's called Earth and Bone Oracle. It's just, I love the imagery. I love the cards. They have this kind of like turquoise color on the side. And they were really speaking to me. And yeah, I love bones. I do bone readings, all the things. Okay, so let me show you your Oracle card here, Sagittarius. You got the Surrender card, okay? And I'm going to put it with the Moon card, okay? Because that was your last card, right? It says surrender, and then underneath it, it says letting go, trust, and expansion. Yeah, it's like Sagittarius. If we want to reverse the 10 of Pentacles to the 10 of Pentacles right side up and get that financial new beginning or ending and get more value or valuing others, we need to let go. We need to trust. We need to be patient, and then the expansion will happen here. Okay, so I'm going to show it to you a little up close too. They're just really pretty cards. I'm not too close, you can see it and it's in focus. All right, so that's beautiful, Sagittarius. That is your Oracle card for this time period or even beyond. All right, so that is your reading. As always, feel free to let me know in the comments down below, or if you want to subscribe and you haven't yet, it is free as well. All you have to do is hit the subscribe button on YouTube. If you're watching this on Facebook, you can go to Malessea'sMagicLight.com, or even friend me on my regular Facebook as well. All right, whatever you feel guided to do to stay up to date with these readings that I do here on my channel. So all support is appreciated. The likes or even dislikes or sharing of the video, they're all great ways, free ways to help support the channel here if you feel guided. All right. So anyway, without further ado, we're going to go ahead and switch over to Capricorn. Yes, Capricorn. I didn't mean to mess up your thing earlier. I thought you were Scorpio for a second, but it is Capricorn. Okay. So we're at about 43 minutes. So I will kind of make a mental note of that for the timestamps for later. But we're going to let the cards rest for a moment here with the crystals. We're going to do some sound healing to clear the energy as well. And then we'll do some shuffling and see what we have for Capricorn. All right, so let's first, just going to randomly throw these cards in here. And again, let them charge with the crystals. And the Oracle deck too, which I love, so pretty. All right. Again, I hope everyone is doing well, day or night, whenever you see this. My little music back. I forgot to turn it back up after the commercials came through. All right, so again, we're not shuffling yet. We're just kind of throwing them in there, turning them over so I can't see what they are before we do the deep shuffle. All right. So I'm not going to do the incense today because I have family coming and some of them are not the incense fans, okay? But incense is a great way to clear the energy of the cards from a previous reading. But you can also do it with intention, and you can also do it, of course, with sound vibrations or healing, okay? Sound healing. So that's where we're going to do the sound healing as well. So not only check in with ourselves, take a couple of deep breaths for me to check in with my guides again, and just again clear the Sagittarius energy and welcome in the Capricorn energy. All right, so this is going to be for Capricorn. All right, let's go ahead and do some shuffling here and see what we have coming up for you for December. I'll start with the bigger deck here. My little dolphin crystal. I switch it up sometimes. I've had that one a long time. Somebody gave it to me. Can't remember who now, but anyway, big fan of the dolphins. All right. Let's see here. Spirits guide my hands. I come in love and light, respect and reverence before, during, and after. Thank you for all advice, wisdom, and guidance given. And thank you, of course, for listening. Messages for Earth sign Capricorn the Goat for December 2023. Spirits, guide my hands, please. Messages for Earth sign Capricorn the Goat for their highest good and potential for December 2023. Spirits, guide my hands, please. Messages for Earth sign Capricorn the Goat for December 2023. What do they need to see? What do they need to know? Spirits, guide my hands, please. Messages for Earth sign Capricorn the Goat for December 2023. What do they need to see? What do they need to know? Spirits, guide my hands, please. Messages for Earth sign Capricorn the Goat. 4 cards only, please. Messages for Capricorn for December 2023. Messages for Earth sign Capricorn. What do they need to see? What do they need to know? Messages for Earth sign Capricorn the Goat. Ooh, Capricorn, you coming out fast. Okay. Here it is. Guide my hands. Messages for Earth sign Capricorn the Goat for December 2023. Messages for Capricorn. One more card, please, spirits. Messages for Capricorn for Earth sign Capricorn the Goat for December 2023. Okay. And then we're going to take the top and the bottom. Almost knocked over my skull here, but we're good. Okay, so we'll leave those cards there and just kind of move them over for a second. And we'll figure out in a few minutes not where exactly, but how exactly Spirit wants to receive them. If some of them are going to be right side up or some of them are going to be reversed. All right. So let's go ahead and keep shuffling here with our second deck. Spirit's messages for Capricorn. First one, Capricorn the Goat. Spirits, guide my hands, please. Messages for Earth sign Capricorn the Goat for December 2023 for their highest good. What do they need to see? What do they need to know? Spirits, guide my hands, please. Messages for Earth sign Capricorn the Goat. Capricorn for December. Capricorn. Spirits, one card only, please. Messages for Earth sign Capricorn the Goat One card only, please, for December 2023. Messages for Capricorn. All right, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to take the top and the bottom. All right. And we got one more, and then we'll get started. Spirits, guide my hands, please. Messages for Earth sign Capricorn, the goat. For their highest good and potential for December 2023. Spirits, guide my hands, please. Messages for Earth sign Capricorn, the goat for December 2023. All right. Capricorn, you're flying out. All right. I like it. I like it. So now we're going to figure out how exactly Spirit wants these cards to be received. Moving everything back over here. And over. Okay. Spirits, did you want the Three of Staves in the reverse position to represent the first tarot card for this Capricorn December 2023? Okay, thank you. And Spirits in Love and Light, did you want the High Priestess in the reverse position to represent what's on top of this Ancestral Path Tarot deck for this Capricorn December 2023? Thank you. And Spirits, did you want the Four of Pentacles in the reverse position to represent what's on top of this Hermaic Tarot deck for this Capricorn December 2023? And Spirits, did you want the Princess of Cups in the reverse position to represent what's on the bottom of this Hermaic Tarot deck for this Capricorn December 2023? Okay. See, I think they want it like this because I kind of put it that way originally, but I always want to double check that that's what Spirit wants. Okay, so hold on one second here. Thank you for your patience, guys. All right. Spirits, did you want me to talk about the High Priestess in the reverse position and the Justice card in the right side up position when I talk about the Three of Staves in the reverse position? Yes, okay, thank you. And Spirits, did you want me to talk about the Four of Pentacles in the reverse position and the Princess of Cups in the reverse position when I talk about the Six of Swords in the right side up position? Okay. Capricorn, I like it. You're fast. Your readings were coming out. I mean, the way your cards were coming out was like, bam, bam, bam. Okay, Capricorn, I hear you. I see you. We're getting to it. All right. Okay, so let me just take your picture real quickly so I have it for later, and then we'll get started here. And we'll look at the time. We're at about 52 minutes. So I will make a mental note of that for later. All right, Capricorn. Let's see what we have here for you. Let's go ahead and call out your first four cards, and then we'll kind of go from there. I turned it up a little too loud here. All right, so Capricorn, we've got the Three of Staves, also known as Three of Wands, in the reverse position. We have the Six of Sacred Circles, Six of Pentacles in the right side up position. We've got the Ace of Swords in the right side up position, and we have the Six of Swords in the right side up position. All right, and again, then we'll talk about what's on the top and the bottom of each deck a little bit later, underneath those specific cards where Spirit wanted it, okay? So yeah, so Capricorn, let's see. You have three major arcanas here throughout your reading, okay? So you've got two in the past position and one that's in between both. It's your tarot confirmation card, okay? That we usually do more towards the end, all right? So the more major arcanas you have in a reading, the more change can be happening. So there could have been a lot of change more in the past, and maybe some change, of course, still coming up, right? But again, it's more the major arcanas are called the majors for the reason, right? Like they're major, okay? But let's see as far as the other zodiac frequencies that are showing up here in your reading too, for some people who are into that, right? So you've got Pisces, Scorpio energy, Libra energy, and Sagittarius energy. So Capricorn, you could be dealing with a Pisces, a Scorpio, a Libra, or a Sagittarius, or you have a lot of that in your chart, or someone else does. Or it could also be it's referring to one of those seasons, Libra season, Sagittarius season of this year, of last year, even next year. Or again, even same thing with Pisces and Scorpio energy, not their official cards, but it's there. All right. But yeah, I just kind of wanted to call out the zodiac frequencies. If that part doesn't resonate, that's okay too, right? Again, I just kind of like to call that out in the beginning. Now, Capricorn, as far as your minor arcana goes here, you've got 2 swords, 2 pentacles, 1 cup, and 1 wand. Okay, so this looks like it's going to be a tie between the swords and the pentacles. Okay, so the swords in the tarot talk about our mental health. Is it in a good place, bad place, okay place, etc. Right? And then the pentacles deal with money, finances, and our values, if we're being valued enough or not enough, etc., vice versa. Okay, so that's something to kind of just keep in the background as we go throughout the reading here. But yeah, let's go one by one here, Capricorn, and really dig and see in what we got here for you. Actually, before we do that, Spirit wants me to say it now for some reason. That again, if we look throughout your whole reading and we were to pause it and say, what is the best time to accomplish something that is within our control, like manifesting something in particular, or travel as an example that's within our control, like it's not work travel that we have to do, right? Something else. I would say here, Capricorn, that the 2nd and the 3rd week of December is the better time to do those things. There's a little bit of slowdown in the 1st week, and then there's not a slowdown per se, a kind of a little bit more towards the end of December. So it really looks like the middle of December, the 2nd and 3rd week. So anywhere from December 10th through December 25th would be the time to do those vision boards, do those manifestations, goals, traveling, whatever it is, again, that you can control within your own energy. Okay, so if they wanted me to say that ahead of time, usually I say it later, but there you go. Okay, Capricorn. Now let's go one by one and see your cards here. All right. So your first card here, Capricorn, is the 3 of Staves, also known as 3 of Wands in the reverse position. And we said this could be the first week or so of December, anywhere from December 1st through the 8th. It's not set in stone as far as the dates. It's just a general guideline, right? But this was that kind of energetic slowdown that I was talking about here, Capricorn. Now this could be energy that we're picking up from the recent past as well. But it really kind of feels like perhaps someone or something, if it's not a person, you yourself or someone else, it could be the general energy environment situation here, Capricorn, is not ready to step out in some way, perhaps socially, or there's still some small health stuff that's bothering you or bothering someone else, or just in the environment, in the astrology that wants you to look at your body. Okay, because when we're talking about staves and wands, we're talking about our body. If it's not our body, like as far as health, it could also be maybe not feeling as passionate or creative or ready to do some kind of big action, taking action in some way energetically, right? So I usually like to talk about the weeks and the cards as a green light, a red light, or orange light if we were driving. So this would definitely be a red light here, but then the next 2 weeks you've got 2 green lights, and then you have more of an orange light towards the end of the month. But the first of the month, right, we're starting off with a red light. That's okay. It's not always what we want to hear, but it's okay. It's for a reason. It's going to be different for everybody since it is a general reading here. But I really feel like it's you processing some stuff from the past. Like I said in the beginning of the reading here, with these 2 majors that you had underneath this card from the past, there could have been a lot of changes recently, or even further back in the past. Could be a couple of days ago, weeks, months, years, etc. But these are the sponsor cards over here that made it possible for this 3 of Staves in the reverse position to show up here for you, Capricorn. Okay, so in the past, in some way here, we've got the High Priestess in the reverse position, Scorpio, Pisces energy, right? It could be that somebody was not trusting their intuition, their inner guides, their inner navigation system, their gut reactions. Somebody or something was not listening to that in the past in some way, or it was blocked maybe a little bit. It could also be that someone was not holding secrets tightly, okay? Because if the High Priestess is in the right side of position, she's holding the knowledge of self, the scrolls, secrets, occult knowledge, right? So with it being in the reverse position and the cards that are surrounding it as well, it could be for some people that maybe somebody didn't hold your secret to their chest like they were supposed to, or vice versa. Maybe you revealed somebody else's secret, okay? But it doesn't have to be. It can just generally be that somebody's intuition was blocked here in the past, okay? Now, when we have the Justice card following it, okay, a Libra energy, let me make sure I'm holding it more towards the camera. Hopefully that's, there we go. Trying to get the glare out. But with the Justice here, also in the past position, it's like maybe somebody's actions were justified, or your actions were justified when these possibly secrets came out, or when someone acknowledged or figured out that their intuition was off about something, and so they were wanting more justice, more balance in a situation with a person, or just their general environment situation here with the Justice card in the right side up position. We want this evolution and this truth, right? When we see the Justice card, we've got Lady Justice here is blindfolded. We've got the 10 Commandments kind of in the background, and we've got the snake that's going around her feet. So the snake is that evolution around our truth, what is our truth, right? And so I feel that this is, again, stuff that was a little bit heavier, not maybe all bad, right, in the past here, Capricorn, that maybe you or yourself or someone else, a general environment situation, is still processing here in the first week of December. And that could be why you're not ready to go out to the party and socialize in some way, or you're still kind of clearing up a couple small health issues, or you're just not feeling like going out, right? You're not feeling action oriented yet, okay? So it doesn't mean it's not coming, because you have it big time in the next 2 weeks following. But the first week or so of December, maybe it's just shifting into the new energy of December, right? That totally makes sense now when I kind of glanced over also, Capricorn, at the astrology notes. So Mercury enters into your sign, Capricorn, or depending on where you have Capricorn in your chart, on December 1st. And we're talking about the first week, right? So it's kind of a similar thing where Mercury is entering into Sagittarius during the Sagittarius reading. You would think that with that aiding your sign, or being in your sign more in your element, that things would be a little bit easier, or having more grounded communication, more stable communication, more direct boss-like energy that you would think of with Mercury and with Capricorn. But maybe it's not too much. I'm trying to think of the way to say it. It could be like Capricorn, maybe letting others step into that role as well. Like you've said your truth before that, right? So then maybe in that first week here, other people are realizing they're communicating more like a Capricorn, and maybe seeing your side more about something, or just being more open to how you normally communicate. And so maybe that's why you don't need to take action in the first week. You kind of can just sit back and be like, okay, they're gonna feel it, they're gonna process it, they're gonna appreciate it more, okay? So that's kind of what I'm feeling here for you in that first week. But let's keep going though, Capricorn, and see what else we have here for you. So we go from the 3 of Staves in the reverse position to now we have the 6 of Sacred Circles, also known as 6 of Pentacles, in the right side up position in your second week. And we said this could be from around December 10th through the 18th or so, right? Not set in stone. But this is a beautiful energy, a balanced energy, right? 6, 3, and 3 on each side. But can be talking about finances, feeling more balanced here. It can talk about also feeling more valued here. I also like to call this card the pay it forward card. Excuse me. So in other decks, you would see tarot decks, you would see a man or a woman giving money to some poor children on the side of the road, right? So it's paying it forward. So the person that's giving the money maybe doesn't have all the money in the world, but they got a little bit more than the other person, and maybe the other person really needs it. So that's why I call it the paying forward card. So it doesn't have to be that you're giving money to others, right? It can be that can be possible if you can do that, but it's not just about money, right? Money and time translates into money, right? But it can also just be giving our time, giving our knowledge, giving company to others, right? Again, kind of where you can, right? You don't want to deplete yourself by any means. But it's just, again, kind of being grateful and thankful and kind of paying it forward here. So we also see the chakra colors in these mojo bags that almost look like kind of decorations on the tree, right? So it's about getting more in balance with our inner guidance system, right? So again, if you had the High Priestess in reverse in the past, it's like being more intuitive here in the future, current, present energies, but also just starting with ourselves. So we're not going out and solving all these other people's problems per se, right? But we can give a little bit, okay? Because we're still working on filling our cup and getting ourselves more in alignment with our chakras, all right? But I really see that as this beautiful energy here for you, Capricorn, in that second week. Again, it feels very balanced. We also have reference to the full moon in the background here. You can see it, the card, there we go. Now, we don't have the full moon in December until, well, let me find it. Full moon in Cancer is December 21st, so that would be in the 4th week. This is the 2nd week, but it could be referencing something coming up for the full moon in Cancer for you, or it could just be this culmination energy where, again, you're feeling more balanced within yourself, and you're just feeling really grateful for what you have. So that's always beautiful and a great way to manifest even more of what you want, right? The law of attraction here, Capricorn. So let's keep going and see what else we have for you. So by the time we get to the 3rd week, we have the beautiful Ace of Swords in the right side up position here, all right? And we said this could be from around December 19th through the 25th or so, okay? But this is about mental clarity, using the sword as a tool or a weapon, but here it's a tool. It's cutting away obstacles, right? Clearing our path, cutting the old vines back, the old leaves, right, that are dead, okay? If you think about wintertime, and everyone could be watching this in different parts of the world, so it's not necessarily winter where you are, right? But here in the US, right, we're going into winter time, and so you're going to cut back again the stuff in your garden that's dead, to then make room for more fresh stuff to come in the spring. All right, but this is something about endings and new beginnings around some type of mental clarity. Anytime we see aces as well, and any of the readings, right, that's when our natural innate talents and gifts are going to be amplified, right? So whatever you're innately good at, that you were born good at doing, right? This could be, you know, during this Capricorn season at this time, right? Because starting from the 21st of December, we'll be into Capricorn season. So by the time we get to the 3rd card here, 3rd week, right? That is Capricorn season here for you, Capricorn. All right, so then, yeah, you might really shine during this time period, and people appreciating you even more, and you appreciating yourself. So that's so beautiful, Capricorn. All right, but let's keep going and see what else we have here. I can't remember, did I take your picture? Hold on. I don't think I took your picture. I just remember that. Hold on, let me double check. I did, but I didn't take it with your oracle card. Hold on, let me retake your picture. because I don't want to leave it out, you know what I mean? So it was kind of off to the side here. It's important. All right, we got to have accuracy. Okay, so let's take your picture again, Capricorn. Hold on, let me stand up here so make sure we have no glare and everything. Okay, I think that's good. Let me just double check. Everything's in focus. Come on. See it. Weird. Hold on, Capricorn. My phone's been acting funny. There we go. It keeps telling me I don't have enough space. So anyway, I got your picture though. You're like, what is she doing? It's my reading. Yes, Capricorn. Please excuse me. All right. So let's see. We just finished talking about your 3rd week here, Capricorn. So now we're going to go into your 4th week. Okay. So I had said earlier that you started off with a red light, then you had 2 green lights in the middle of the month, and then you kind of transition into a more orange light towards the end of the month. Okay, so we leave from the Ace of Swords in the right side up position to now the 6 of Swords in the right side up position. And this could be from around December 26th or so through the 31st, or maybe even to a couple days into January. But this is not a complete red light, but it is a slowdown of energy. Okay, you can call it energetic blockage, gentle reminder, or challenge here, Capricorn. But we see this Japanese man and he's meditating. There's 2 bodies of water behind him. So you got like a lake or a pond, and then you also have the ocean. We see the swords going in the downwards position, which is normally an indicator of a little bit of anxiety, worry, or overthinking, but he's aware of it. He's looking at the water, he's feeling his emotions, and he knows that he's maybe a little anxious or worried or overthinking something, right? But he's kind of working on it. He's working through it, okay? And so this is kind of the energy that's showing up here for you, Capricorn, in that 4th week, okay? Now I want to see what's underneath it to get even more insight about, you know, maybe why this card is showing up here for you. All right, so we've got the 4 of Pentacles in the reverse position and the Princess of Cups in the reverse position. So these 2 cards are energy from the past. They're the sponsor cards that made it possible for this one to show up in the current present energies, Capricorn. All right, so it looks like here in the past, whether it's a couple of days ago, weeks, months, years, etc., whatever the past is for you or for them or for the general environment situation, there was a letting go, a beautiful letting go here of control with the 4 of Pentacles in the reverse position. You'll be letting go in the past of financial control, or letting go of fear around financial control, or just control in general. You'll be letting go of the fear of not being valued. So somebody in some way was doing their homework here in the past, Capricorn. But then on the other side, with the Princess of Cups in the reverse position, you would expect normally with the 4 of Pentacles reverse, letting go of that control, overbearing energy, letting go of the fear, you would expect that the Princess of Cups would be right side up, okay? But she's not, she's reversed. All right, so it's not the end of the world, but it could be that there was some type of medium-sized communication or opportunity that didn't happen in the past, or wasn't well received, or just, yeah, straight up was on hold and it didn't happen. And perhaps that led to a little bit of some emotional dissatisfaction with the Princess of Cups in the reverse position here. So when this is showing up here again for you, or referencing back to the past here, Capricorn, it could be that you know, this person, you yourself or someone else, the general environment, doesn't want to be, like, let's say, re-triggered by that, okay? So they're still kind of like processing what happened in the past. And that goes back to the beginning of your reading too, right? So when you have that 3 of Staves in the reverse position, processing the High Priestess in the reverse position and the Justice card right side up in the past, figuring out where my intuition is and what do I consider my truth, and are other people's actions justified, right? Maybe even dealing with legal stuff in the past with the Justice card in the right side up position. So again, kind of processing that again towards the end of the month, beginning of the new year, right? New Year's, all that kind of societal stuff, or just the general calendar, if you want to say too, coming up here. But it leaves you in still a really good position, right? Because it's like mental clarity in the third week, right? Again, new beginnings around something to do with good mental health, clearing obstacles. And then here, it's like, okay, there's little obstacles that are going to come and go throughout life. That's normal, what it is being human, right? But he's processing it in a healthier way, okay? Because again, someone in the past let go of some control or fear. So now they're like, I'm going to process this in a more healthy way. And that's beautiful, okay? That's good. Now, when we do that, when we strive to be more balanced in our mind, body, spirit connection, then of course we can bring in more abundance, and whatever abundance is for us, whether it's money, good health, love, all of the above, right? All those things, okay? Now, Capricorn, your tarot confirmation card here is the Sagittarius card, okay? So I've said before, and I'll say it again, right? If you are a sun sign Capricorn, or even rising or moon, right, you're going to share somewhere in your chart some Sagittarius energy. It's usually the sign before us and the sign after us for our sun signs, right? So it could be, sorry, let me turn that off. It could be that there is you dealing with another Sagittarius. It could be referencing Sagittarius season, but it doesn't have to be, because generally the Temperance card, what it represents is transmuting energy, alchemy, right? This is the Hermetic alchemy deck that I'm using, and I'll hold it up a little closer for you, maybe get the lighting right. There we go. But it's about patience, okay? So the more patient we are with ourselves and with others, and this card was sitting on top of the Six of Swords, right? So the more patient we are, the more we strive for that healthy kind of balance between the stresses in life, and then calming and kind of waxing and waning and going back and forth. And that's what the Temperance card is all about, okay? So she is, this lighting, there we go. She is taking 2 cups of water and balancing them. All right, it's kind of similar to the Star card, but different. And the way that they show it in this deck is because it's fire and water, right? Because she's dealing with water and emotions, but it's fire sign Sagittarius, so then the fire's coming through. But all of this stuff is going on in the background, okay? So again, it's like making sense of the emotions, making sense of the financial stuff that we talked about here. Stop it. Sorry. And also making sense of just our mental clarity, right? So in the beginning of the reading, I said you had 2 Swords cards and 2 Pentacles cards. So it's like they're right next to each other in the beginning of the middle of your reading too, right? Sacred Circles is the same thing as Pentacles in other decks, and then you have the Ace of Swords. So it's like getting the finances right, getting the being valued right, and then also having that beautiful mental clarity, okay? So I like to see this for you. Now, I forgot to say that when the Temperance card, this is your tarot confirmation card, it comes in and confirms all 4 weeks, all 4 cards at the top that we just talked about. And it is a combination of past and future energy. So we always have choice, we always have free will. This is the energy we're picking up as of right now, okay? Now, you got this really beautiful Oracle card, and it's this new deck I got. I love it. I don't get money for saying this, right? But it's called Earth and Bone, and I do bone readings, and I love bones, and so the cards are turquoise. I don't know where I put them now. Oh yeah, it's just like my favorite color, right? So I had to get them, of course. But your Oracle card for this time period, Capricorn, it's called the Enchanter, okay? And it says self-evaluation, awakening, and purpose, okay? Let me hold this here. There we go. Hopefully you can see it and it's focused. But this is so true, right? You could put this card with the Six of Swords. That's really how I feel. Feel that these go together here for you, Capricorn. So beautiful, right? Because it's like, yeah, I am self-aware. I do self-evaluation. I am awakening. That's what that guy is doing while he's meditating, right? And I also have purpose, okay? So that is what I have here for you, Capricorn, for December. Thank you guys so much for your energy and your support. Enjoy this time period and beyond, and happy early birthday, Capricorns, because when you see this video, if you see it early or even later, right, officially after December 21st is Capricorn season, so happy early birthday to all the Capricorns out there. But yeah, if you want to subscribe on YouTube, it is free. All you have to do is hit the subscribe button. And if you're watching this on Facebook, you can always find my page, Malessea's Magic Light, on Facebook, and you can like the page there too, and you get when I put out new videos and all that good stuff. So however you feel guided to support the channel, I really appreciate it, because I am doing these readings for free. All right, so you guys take care. It will be off for a few days because of the holidays, but I will be back. See, probably around Friday or Saturday. All right, you guys take care. See you later. Bye.